Hello, everybody. Who's talking? Hold on. Oh, are we good? Is that echo again? Yeah. Where are my headphones at? Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing today? I am doing good. Hold on one second. Let me get my headphones going back on here. I don't know why my headphones just turned off. Okay. There it is. There it is. Okay. So, hello, everybody. How y'all doing? So, I'm going to catch everybody over on YouTube and Twitch. I'm going to catch you guys up real quick. I look really grainy compared to Facebook. Really? Wow. See, it's so trippy, Dan. Thank you for telling me that, because on Facebook, the image that I'm looking at over here makes it look like it's grainier on Facebook than here. That's thank you for telling me. That's why I'm doing both, really. But if you guys didn't know, I'm doing another round of my live streaming here, and it's just been I had to get set up with a second camera because StreamYard's disconnected with Facebook, so I had to set that up, and then I got you guys set up. So yeah, we're good to go. Should be this way moving forward. Should be fairly straightforward. I got the angle set up for Facebook on the camera. I got my typical dual camera here for my for you lovely folks. Boom bam. Oh, that's not straight at all. Hold on. There we go. A little more. Where we go. Like it. I see. I smacked my cameras a little bit here when I was setting up everything. There we go. All right. So now, sorry about the shaking, everybody. I'm getting these all set up now. So now, hopefully, moving forward, we won't have to move any more cameras. We won't have to do anything. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Twitch. This is my first ever Twitch stream. How is Twitch? How's Twitch world? I don't know. I don't have the comments set up yet. Yeah. I'm looking at the two comments here. Mike Cusera says, hope the fam is well. We're doing all right, bro. We're doing all right. I appreciate you asking. Love you, buddy. The only Twitch I know is after I drink too many Red Bulls. Well, this is my second monster, so we're getting there. For YouTube, at least those are working. Okay, perfect. Echo feedback on Facebook. Okay, Tyler. Okay, he said, thank you, Tyler, for letting me know, brother. Yeah, it was the camera. It runs the feedback unless I have headphones turned on, and I had them out. They turned off for some reason. I don't know. Okay, getting clearly. I can see clearly now that Jeff is gone. I can see all. Okay. Yeah. So what? Why is that on now? Hold on. I didn't do it. Did my headphones just turn off again? Hold on, Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Are we okay now? All right. Here we are. That was weird. That was super weird. Okay. All right. Sorry about the slow start. Yeah, we're got about 45 minutes, and I'm going to do some work on this, and we'll be set to David Suter. What's going on, brother? How you doing? So if anybody doesn't know what I'm working on here, I am working on what's the technical term for this? The technical term for this is a commission that got away from me. So yeah. This was supposed to be just Fat Thor and Iron Man. In sort of an homage to the famous desert scene over in Fear and Loathing. Yeah, it got away from me. It got away from me. By the way, Jeff, if you want, you can tease our next project. Not the art, but the title and the enhancement. Title and the enhancement. Are we talking about the are we talking about the same thing here, Dan? Are we talking about doing great, just busily tackling, kicking. Oh, get it, David. Do it, brother. Yeah. Okay, you guys hear me fine. Awesome. For July. All right. Well, okay, how do I tease this properly? The enhancement. The enhancement. I don't know what you mean by enhancement. Well, okay. So while we talk about it, oh yeah, that enhancement. I didn't know if you meant like something that we were like making like bigger. I think enhanced, like, whoa, we're gonna make it like oversized. Okay, I'm with you now, Dan. Okay, so while I work on this, you guys, guess what? We have another project, Dan and I. Yeah. It is how do I put this? It is going to be for a property that we have worked on before. But it is not the same as we have done. It's not the same exact. It's the same property. It's just not the same story. We have done an iteration on this on the characters in this IP, and now we're going to be able to work on like sort of the traditional. The characters are, how do I put this? They are well trained, and there's a quartet of them. They are green. They're turtles, as Dan said. Yes. It's not really a tease, Dan, but we are doing another Turtles cover. I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So what ended up happening that I think is part of what is going to make it so fun and so awesome is that we got to work and we got to work on it, and immediately we were all kind of in the same boat. Like, hey, here's kind of where we want to go with it, you know. And then Dan was like, okay, well, while you do the art stuff and you're talking to, you know, the colorist and yada yada yada, I'm gonna be over here working on something that I know we all want, which is a foil cover. And Dan made it happen. Yeah, baby. Now I what I would really like to do in sort of I don't know, properly tease you guys, is to show you the artwork. I very rarely find myself in the position where I look at a piece of artwork that I've done and I go, the colorists read my mind. When I mean it's very rare, I mean it is very rare. It happened with Steve on the Transformers and G.I. Joe. Well, pretty much every time Steve colors my stuff, even on commissions and whatnot, from a very similar place when it comes to comics and our love for this stuff and our likes and what we like to see. But this time, it wasn't Steve coloring it, so it's always a little bit of a like, okay, well, let's just, first time, okay, second time, I mean, some people might get a little bit more chill and relaxed about it. Not me. Every single time I work on, I have somebody, color my stuff. It's always a, okay, all right, let's let's see how this shakes out kind of situation. We've worked with this colorist many times, and so I felt more confident than somebody than working with somebody who it's a first time collaboration. I definitely felt I definitely didn't feel like, oh well, I gotta get updates and I gotta get work in progress shots. No, we've worked with this colorist before, and he's amazing. He's just amazing. So it wasn't like that. Um, and what ended up happening was we we just kind of let him run with it, just kind of let him go, um and yeah, it's one of the few times where I can genuinely say that I feel like somebody peeled my brain open and looked inside um and nailed it, just nailed what I was hoping for. Because the other thing is I don't send a lot of notes. you know I'd rather I know me, like when I'm working on colors or when I'm doing any work, I get into a groove, baby. I get into a groove and I want to stay in that groove. I don't want it to end. Like I started drawing because it's just fun to me. I don't know, I'm weird, I know, but I zone out, and I don't have to, you know I don't have to focus on anything other than this, and I love doing that. And so yeah, I mean, there I just started coloring and drawing and all this art stuff because I just love doing it. So you know I don't want to micromanage and be a hamper on my fellow artists. So I very rarely um like say, oh, hey, we're gonna go with this and we're gonna color this here like this and like this. No, very, very rarely, unless I have like a very like, hey, bro, I had this cool idea. Could you try to fit this in over here? Like that's how it'll go. It'll be like, can you? What do you think? I mean, we hire colorists on, you know, because they're good. So let them be good. Let them go do their thing and do it good. That's the way I see it. And the same thing happened here. We just kind of sat back and just let him just flow. Let him go. Let him do his thing. And yeah, it's one of those times where I sat back and I was just like, this dude just read my mind. Like I had some ideas about kind of what maybe I wanted to see. And Dan had some ideas that kind of like, hey, what do you think about doing this with this element? But really, we just were like, go wild, bud, go wild, do your thing. And yeah, like I said, it's one of those times where I wish I could show you the art, and when you guys see it, I think you guys are going to be blown away. I really do. Mostly because the colors, when colors sync up like that with the tone that the line art is supposed to is kind of going towards. Um, it's when they sync up. It, you would think that this wouldn't be that big of a deal. You would think that this would happen a lot, but you might be surprised how it doesn't. It doesn't happen a lot. It happens. It happens a good amount of times. It happens, a fair amount of times, but it doesn't happen 100% of the time, and so when it does, I very much appreciate it. And um this is one of those times, like Dan said, honestly, the cover is next level. I could not agree more. I really can't. And when you guys know me, I hate talking about my own stuff. So when I say that I agree with Dan that it's next level, I'm really talking about the colored image. um the colors, again, when colors sync, they go from syncing to singing. I really do believe that it gives a life and a voice to the line art that you know I'm a black and white artist kind of guy. I always have been, and I will most likely always be that way. I prefer my commissions, if and when I ever get a chance to get them, I prefer them in black and white. I just love black and white. I draw in black and white. I think in black and white imagery. Yeah, but that's just me. I can tell you without any hesitation that some of my favorite images in my head, they probably wouldn't be my favorite images if they were in black and white. Now some would. I think of a classic Batman image. It's Jim Lee. And that I'm glad I brought that up, because that is an excellent example of what I'm talking about when colors sync up, right? So Scott Williams does the inks, and he syncs up with Jim Lee's pencil, brings this whole new infusion of life to them. It's gorgeous. Well, then Alex Sinclair comes in and says, "Okay, I'm gonna bring what I do, and I'm gonna add even more of that life to it." And that's why that trio has been so successful, basically my whole life. But again, it's kind of a rare thing for that to happen. So yeah, man, I am so grateful. I don't know if we can tell everybody who the colorist is, Dan, but he did an amazing job. We worked with him before. We knew he was going to bring the the A game that we were all kind of used to. Because the other thing is that like he is constantly telling us at least telling me how much he enjoys getting a little bit of a break, because he used to do books, other books, and getting to do turtle stuff, that's he just was like, thank you. This is exactly the kind of stuff that I was talking about when I was saying I wanted to do something different. I want to, and I'm just, I just love it. I just love being able to send him a cover and then just sit back and just be like, yep, this is gonna be awesome. I know it will. So yeah, man. I mean, it really is something else. It's something special. And it's gonna be a foil cover. So Dan, when is the launch date of the book? Please put that down in the comments section, my good sir. You rock, my good sir. Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I want to get my hands on this. I want to start doing remarks. I want to start just going and yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's a Turtles book, there's something about the Turtles that I can't explain it. It was my first love in comics, and yeah, man, I just anytime I get a chance to draw the Turtles, and I've drawn some, and we've drawn some several iterations. So we've had, the Street Fighter versus Turtles. So we've had the regular the regular Turtles, but then there was like the design was a little bit different than the OG like cartoon, and so yeah, like then of course there's Ronin. We had a chance to work on Ronin. I mean, there's so much. There's so much that we've been able to do. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I before it gets out and before you guys get your hands on it, I want to say ahead of time, everybody who goes out and grabs a copy, you guys mean the world to me. This is the kind of stuff that comes along that I want to be able to keep doing. I love, like I said, I love drawing the Turtles. I love drawing. I love working with Dan. I love working with colors that we're working with. And it all is predicated on you guys showing up and showing out, and you guys do every single time. And I can't thank you enough. I really can't. I mean, and I know that this next thing is going to be a little bit weird sounding, but I wanted you guys to be able to understand just that should be kind of a marker. right? Should be kind of a marker for what you guys are doing. If you needed any more um, of examples and an explanation, and just to show you, so because I want you guys to know these things, right? I want you guys to know what you're supporting and what you guys are doing. Kimberly and I, we love music. Kimberly is a classically trained cellist. I love watching her play. I love listening to her play. But one of the earliest things that Kimberly and I shared a passion for and was going to concerts. We love music. She loves playing it. I used to play the trumpet way back in the day, but then I was a vocalist in some, these little high school garage bands. I think Tyler, if he's still here, I think he'll remember Luis Arana. He and we would jam, and Jorge's brother, and all of it. It was fun. But I love music. I love music. I tell you guys all the time, I'm not sitting here in stony silence when I'm working. I'm listening to music and I'm jamming out. Well, Kimberly has her own taste in music, and truthfully, it's a lot of times it's 80s music, which I don't love. It's nothing wrong. It's just it was the 80s. Let's let it die. But occasionally, she will hear music, and lo and behold, it'll be something that we both like, and that's happened. And I think that this is one of those kind of like determining factors of how well your career is going. Can you go to a concert? Not every day. No, we haven't gone. This is the first concert we went to in 15 years. But like, can you do it? Can you go to a concert if you love music and you got some really bad I can't say that, some really amazing live acts that are coming your way? Can you afford it? It's not the end of the world if you can't, but for someone like me, I would see it as, oh well, doggone it, I got to go out there and I got to hustle, I got to make more money so that I can take my wife out to a concert, or she can take me out if it's something that she really, really wants to do, or whatever. And so, yeah, man, we went to a concert, and it's entirely the fact that we were able to do that is entirely because you guys are so supportive. You guys make it to where we can get out, even if it is once every 15 years. And I gotta say, it was amazing. That's why the title of this live stream is commissions and concerts. I wanted to talk about it. We went and saw Sleep Token, and if you guys don't know who Sleep Token is, that's okay. They're a British. They do a lot. They do a lot in their music. I think the simplest answer would be they're a British metal band, and they are taking the world by storm. They really are. We got to go and see them, and I've said this before. For a very, very long time, my favorite band is a band called Slipknot. I got to see them once. It was an amazing concert. It was Lamb of God, Shadows Fall, and Slipknot all at in a big marketplace. It's called the River Market. It was down in Kansas City, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And again, I left there saying, I love this. This is my kind of experience that I will cherish forever. And then about 15 years ago, Kimberly and I were in Oakland, California, and we went to the Oracle Arena, and we saw a Nine Inch Nails concert. Kimberly is a big Nine Inch Nails fan. They were coming through. We had some time. Prices weren't bad, so we went. I'd never been to a Nine Inch Nails concert. I didn't know what to expect. It was incredible. It was incredible. One of the most visually impressive, artistic, it was just an artistic experience. watching Nine Inch Nails live. It really was. It was haunting. It was amazing. And I walked out of that performance and I told Kimberly, I was like, they're not my favorite band, but they are better live than any other band I've ever seen. I said that about Nine Inch Nails. And that included Slipknot. I mean, Kimberly's seen Metallica. Like I said, I've seen some bands myself. And I love getting, the guys that just get out there, turn on the pyros, turn on the bright lights, and just start, hammering. I like that. But the Nine Inch Nails concert, it was a story. The visuals were a story. And I like that. I'm a storyteller. So if I get to see a story, especially in sort of a format that's unexpected, in a place that's unexpected, and then it's pulled off tremendously well like they did, then it kind of, to me, sets a standard in my head of like, okay, well, these other bands better step up. They better step up the Nine Inch Nails' level. And I'm on the internet basically every day. I get videos sent to me. I see concert snippets here and there. And it really hasn't caught on as much as I thought it would. I thought other bands would really kind of kick in. There's a few exceptions that really make their stage shows a real story, a real visual feast. But I just kind of thought everybody would start to do this, and they didn't, and that's okay. But Sleep Token definitely does. It was even better visually in terms of the story that was being told, the creativity of the atmosphere and the lights and the sounds, and it was without a doubt, it was the best concert experience I've ever had. And it was solely down to the band. They are unbelievable artists, and I can't really find a fault. So if you guys, I don't often say this, but if you guys have any interest in metal music and you want something that's that is grounded in some very deep sort of subject material, what we got going on in our hearts and on our heads, stuff like that, you might want to give them a shot. They're pretty freaking awesome. They come recommended from me. Kimberly, she was balling at times. She was jamming at times. She asked me to take videos, and I'm not typically someone to do that, but I do know that my memory is shot, and it's only getting worse. And so I've had to start remembering, taking videos and pictures of things that I normally don't because I can't remember it. My phone completely dead, ran out of battery because I was taking video after video. I think I have 5 videos. She has more than that. It was amazing. So if you're at all interested in music that has a little bit more kick to it than maybe Taylor Swift, I don't know. I've never listened. Okay, take that back. Found to find out some of those songs that you hear at like the grocery store and whatnot are some of her famous hits. So I guess I have heard some of her stuff, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's a little heavier, but he's got the lead singer's got a beautiful singing voice. You can definitely hear what he's trying to say, and it's a beautiful experience. So yeah, I had a blast. Oh my Lanta, hello. Oh my, I miss so many people talking about all my stuff here. Are you coming to Des Moines Con in the end of May? David Suter asks over on Facebook. The end of May. I did not know about that, so I am not coming to that one. Truth be told, I don't know about a lot of things. I'll be the first one to tell you, Dave. So no, I'm not going to that one because I didn't know about it. But do me a favor, send me a link if you have one. I am always looking to add new shows to my circuit. If it's a good show, if it's a fun show, if they've got some good folks coming and fun stuff for the kids and all that stuff, actors and all that stuff, then I'll heck, I might just go by myself, me and Kim, just go hang out. But yeah, if you could send me a link to that, I will check it out as soon as I get a hot moment. And I'm not coloring up some craziness here. Oh man, this is going to be a short live stream today, you guys. I got a heart out at 5:00 my time because that's when the boys getting home, and I got to get up there and help take care of them. So we got about 17 more minutes. Let me get caught up here. Big Irma McCracken says, "Hello, you beautiful man. Hello, you beautiful man. Ninja Turtles rock on. Yes, they do, David. Cannot agree with you more. Amy, what's going on, Amy? How you doing, girl? Miguel, it says Mike. Did you change your name to Mike? All right. Hello, the party can start. Who are you? I forgot about you guys. Well, we forgot about you too, Miguel. Apparently, I know a guy named Miguel. I don't know who this Mike guy is. Jason Keith's colors. No reason not to tell people. Well, I just didn't know what we were going to let them know and what we were going to hang on to and why and all that stuff. Yes, it is Jason Keith, and he absolutely killed it. Dan says he killed the colors. Yes, he did. Did you use my intro? You'd have to check it out over there, Broham. Oh wait, no, you're on Facebook. You're not over there. Not today. I actually didn't today. Mike says hello. I'm never going to be used to that. Mike says hello, Daniel Bezos. Nice. Launch will be sometime in late June, early July. Perfect. So that's our new Turtles book. So if you like the way we do Turtles around here, buckle up. What else? We will premiere the book at GalaxyCon Raleigh, and we'll have multiple signature options available since the 4 original voices will be at the show. Yeah, it's gonna be big. Chris Mitchell says we're gonna need a trumpet solo to prove it. Oh, I was like in elementary. That ain't happening. No. Mike says I got a first edition of Fear and Loathing. No biggie. Nice. Then he says, I'm kind of Confucius with the cover. Why he got a beard and dressed like Hagrid? Well, so this was a very specific commission request. The commissioner wanted me to take the scene, but instead of Hunter S. Thompson, it's supposed to be a swap, right? And so it's Fear and Loathing, it's the car and everything, but we have Fat Thor and Iron Man. Right. And so there was a few specifics, the hat, the glasses, the cigarillo, all that had to be in there. Red car, all that had to be in there. Everything, the basics had to be the same. Switch characters out, put Fat Thor in a Hawaiian shirt, but he would look kind of silly in a Hawaiian shirt with like flowers and stuff. So it's all Nordic themed designs. And if he's Fat Thor, he had like the locked hair and the gut and and so then the rest of it is, instead of a desert scene, I could have them doing whatever I wanted. And so they are you can see in the mirror, they're actually driving on the Rainbow Bridge through space, through the cosmoses, and they're moving so fast, they're just like whipping the colors up, and we see galaxies and all this beautiful space and stuff in the back. So that's why it was very specifically asked for. Yeah. Daniel says Jeff is. I'm not reading that. The proof is his hat and his shirt. Who else wears KC? This is Chiefs. Where is it at? Right here. Chiefs, Dan. You may not have. Here, let me help you out. Let me line that up. Yeah. There you go, bro. Jeff will join us at GalaxyCon, Oklahoma City, May 24th through the 26th. I absolutely will be there. I am so freaking excited. You guys don't even know. Um, and to kind of hammer home why I'm so excited about this show in particular, this show is another one of those moments where we really hammered down, at least in my head, how much growth has happened in the comics sort of scene. Because the reality of it is that growing up, the idea of finding a con, that was a pipe dream, bro. You know, where I grew up, like it just they didn't happen, you know. And to see a show of this size come along at this place, the middle of the Midwest, you know, Tornado Alley, you know, it to me, it really just screams comics are loved by more people than ever. People want their comic creators, they want their comic art, they want this stuff. And again, growing up, that was a goal, that was a pipe dream. It was never gonna happen. You know, we the current situation with so much pop culture is so strange to me because people are claiming to be nerds, and I'm always taken back by that. Like a little part of my brain is always taken back, like you know, because I grew up and like you got your butt handed to you if you were a nerd, like you got beat up, you know, or at the very least you kept that kind of stuff to yourself. And now it's something that you can say out loud and proud, and their shows come into places where, you know, it was so hard to find stuff like this growing up, that like you had to picture a life making art, but you had to picture it in like New York and California, because there was no real opportunity. There was no real interest in places around the Midwest. Like it could happen, maybe a gallery here or there if you were a painter or something. But I mean, it was very, very rare, very, very difficult. So when something like this happens, I'm just sitting here like, dude, this is huge. And I'm blessed to be able to be there for, you know, the very first year. I want to say, what other shows have I been to that were absolutely the first year? I don't know if there is another one that I went to that was year one. Maybe there was, and I'm just not remembering it. But the point is it's very, very heartwarming and encouraging to see. Um, and I'm so grateful to be able to go. I'm so excited about it. I mean, we got we got we got so much planned. We got so much planned for the show. Yeah, man. And then like Dan was saying, we're rolling right into Raleigh. That show is gonna be amazing. I just got done looking at um the guest list myself. And like Dan was saying, you know, all four of the voice actors for the Turtles are going to be there. But and I knew that, but I started looking. I was like, oh my gosh, there is so much coming to this show. You know, so many folks coming to this show. Um, I'm just so excited. I hope you guys can get out there and see us. Anybody in Oklahoma, in and around the area, come on out, man. We'll slap hugs on y'all. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's still kind of my neck of the woods, although I'm from a little bit north of Oklahoma, just a touch. It's still I feel like it's still, I mean, I'm still in the Midwest. I feel these are my peoples. So I'm just, yeah, dude, I'm so excited. Thank you, Dan, for getting us all squared away and set up and ready to rock with the show. You know, it's huge, man. I mean, um, yeah, I wish I had some like super big video of like screaming crazy like super happy folks, and I'd be like, yeah, that, and then multiply that times 10. That's how excited I am. Like I've not stopped talking about it. My wife is probably sick of hearing about it. She's like, okay, you're going to Oklahoma. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You do not get it. This was never a reality growing up. The idea that there was a con in Kansas City, that there was a con in Oklahoma, there was never an option. It was never going to be an option. You just had to kind of deal. I, it's a it's a heck of a time to be alive, is all I can say. It's a heck of a time to be alive and be in comics, and it's so much it's so much it's so encouraging to see. You know, it's a big risk for Mr. Broder and the rest of the folks at GalaxyCon, because again, they're kind of breaking new grounds. They're kind of going places that you're not used to seeing cons going, and I am so grateful to them for having the I guess intestinal fortitude to say, no, we got this. We got this. I mean, yeah. I'm sure that my Oklahoma folks will be like, yeah, no, we got other cons. I don't doubt that. I don't know about it. Heck, I didn't even know about one in Des Moines. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so stinking stoked about this. Andy Poole says Jason Keith is very good. Nice one for nabbing that guy. Well, I'd like to say I took credit for it, but it wasn't me. That was Dan. He was like, hey, do you want to work with Jason Keith? And I was like, are we talking about Jason Keith, the colorist from Marvel? He colored some of my favorite comics, like Red Hulk and all that. And Dan was like, mm-hmm. And I was like, no, Dan, no, I don't want to work with him. Yes. and yeah, we have been ever since. So yeah, no, it good on you, Dan. Good on you, Broham. All right. We got about 5 more minutes. What else we got here? Mitchell says Thor's beard is too short. Redo this 100% copy. Just make the beard 1/16 of an inch longer. That, sir, is not going to happen. This guy is almost done. I just remembered. I got to put a little highlight on the metal. It's a chrome trim. I hope you like it, Mitchell. And for anybody wondering if this is what happens when a commission gets away from me, yes, this commission was supposed to be just the two guys kind of sitting in the car, kind of chilling, maybe throw a planet or two back there. No, I didn't just throw a planet or two back there. I kind of, kind of zoned out and just didn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah. But she is done. Got some planets in there. We're gonna come in here with a little something. Put in just a few little, just a little dot there. Markers are flying off my table because I got it at such an extreme pitched angle. Okay. Boom. Because after all, they are in space. Put a couple in the reflection back there. Put a little glow on that planet. Couple of good size ones. Want to change up your and vary the size of your stars. Mm-hmm. And then I just kind of turn my head away and I don't look, and I just kind of pop some down. Usually I don't, but I have like a whole car and stuff here that I have to avoid. So I'll just kind of be random about it. Yep, there we go. Couple of big ones. Through the Kirby Crackle. Up there. Yeah. There we go. David Mansell says, don't forget to sign it. I actually almost did, David. Thank you, Broham, for reminding me of that. You know how I am. I forget these things. Thank you, David. I'm going to sign it right now. Hold on. This is what happens when you tell someone you won't do a commission for them for like 3 or 4 years straight. Then you end up doing one anyway. Yeah. I did tell you I wasn't going to do anything for you. So I suppose what I'm hearing is that I should just auction this off, right? Because I got to be a man of my word, right, Mitchell? I should just auction this off, right? I mean, I did say I would never do one for you, right? Okay. Oh, sign it. Got to sign it. Okay. How do I want to sign this? And where? Someplace sort of out of the way. You know? I think I got an idea here. I thought I had one open. I have these white Poscas. I thought I had one open. Oh, well. Okay. Then we'll just use this one. I like it. Where do I want to sign you? Oh, you know what? I won't use that. I'll do this. Check it out. Boom, bam. We'll tuck this in over here on the seat. Right here. Out of the way. Don't want it to take up too much space. Boom, bam. There we go. Whoa. Oh, okay. Michael Stanford, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? Glad you're here, bro. Glad you're here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling this one done. Mitchell, I hope you like it, brother. I hope I got everything you asked for in there. I am sorry for making you wait so long. We got Fear and Loathing, an homage to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas with, hold on, let me get this so you guys can see it. Come here. Here we go. With Fat Thor, Iron Man, and instead of driving through the desert, they are driving. Here, let me get up there. Where you at? There we go. And they are driving through the Cosmos Seas on the Rainbow Bridge. There you go. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Well, I'm glad you dig it, bro. Thank you again for giving me such a challenge. I rarely get to color. So when I do, I love it. David Mansell says, see you next week. Absolutely. We will see you. I can't wait, bro. Michael Stanford says, never seen those type of markers before. They look great. These kind right here on the table, Michael, these are Copic sketch markers. I prefer this to, I know I have one around here somewhere. Here. So this is how I will sign off. So this is an R08 Vermilion and R08 Vermilion. Same thing. It's just one is called it's just called the Copic marker, right? And it's got this square body, and it's got a, oh no, I don't want to do this over the artwork. It's got a chisel tip and a felt, I guess like a pin tip, it's like a bullet tip. And then the sketch markers have the chisel tip as well, but then they have a brush tip on the other side. I prefer the brush tip. It gives me a lot of just varying line weight, and it feels like I can do more with it. I don't know if I actually can or not, but it feels like I can. And yeah, I love my where does this go? I've lost my mind, you guys. I can't find. I'll put you back when I'm done with the stream. I don't know where it goes. Yeah, I absolutely love the Copic sketch markers. So yeah, that's that. All right, you guys, I'm going to make this a quick out. Thank you for Facebook for dealing with me while I get all set up. I love you guys. We'll see you in Oklahoma. And thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Okay. Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Love y'all. All right. I'm out of here. Bye.